Once upon a time, there lived a king whose name was Arcady. He ruled his kingdom with love, and his people were well cared for. They, in turn, praised him to no ends. You'd think that such a king would be happy, but not King Arcady. You see, His Majesty was strong, intelligent, a great ruler.
Gee, thanks for the compliments.
My pleasure, sire. But although possessing these great traits, he didn't really have anyone to share his joys with. And by that, I mean a queen. He searched the lands for a woman befitting him, but none seemed to suit him well. Like this one. Why did you let her go?
She didn't get a single one of my jokes. None of them know how to laugh or play.
So what kind of queen would you like?
Someone who likes adventure, who's smart and funny, you know what I mean. I wonder when I'll find her.
On one such day, he saw a merchant ship at the kingdom's docks. He looked wistfully at it, perhaps wondering of the adventures they had sailed through.
Actually, I was wondering if I should marry a pirate.
I don't think your people would be happy about that.
True.
Arcady watched the sailors and soon came up with an idea.
Sea merchants have been around the whole world. Maybe they'll know about a woman I may find suitable.
So Arcady went over to the surprised merchants and put forth his question.
A woman worthy of you, your highness. What about Princess Helena from the kingdom in the far west? I have heard she is very much sought after for her beauty. Not to mention she's a magician's daughter.
Why hasn't she married anyone yet?
We have heard strange stories about how she slips away from people's hands.
You mean escape?
No, I actually mean slip away. I don't understand it either, but that's what we've heard.
Although a little baffled, this pleased King Arcady immensely.
I've decided to pursue Princess Helena.
Wait! To travel from your kingdom to hers, it'll take you 10 years.
What?
And to travel back, another 10 years.
No kidding. At this news, King Arcady's heart sank. What a terrible pickle to be in. He rewarded the merchants and galloped back towards his palace, thinking deeply. Completely lost in thought, he didn't see where he was headed. Highness! King Arcady!
What? Oh! Where am I?
He had reached a field where wheat had been cultivated. How magnificently golden the field looked.
The farmers of this land must be good in earnest.
King Arcady looked around and he spotted 4 men working in the golden field. When they saw him coming towards them, they hardly got to their feet.
To whom does this field belong?
It belongs to us, your grace. We brothers belong to a humble peasant family. We plough and till the soil, at the same time maintaining our own individual traits.
Oh, that seems interesting. Ask them what traits they mean. I mean, please, your highness. So the king asked the young men to speak about their own special traits, to which the eldest, named Edmund, claimed that he could build a tower tall enough to see all the world's secrets from there. The second, named Kostya, said that he could build a boat that would be so fast it would overtake even the king's best ones.
I think this one is just boasting.
But it does sound impressive. The third brother, Demian, said that no creature could ever escape him, for he could build any sort of tool to capture it, and no matter where it fell, he would always be able to hold onto it.
This is all so hard to believe. And what about you, young'un?
The youngest brother, Oral, claimed to be a charmer of people, animals, birds, and whatever came his way.
Your traits are extremely unusual to me.
The king looked at the four and thought hard. Why, this was perfect.
Huh?
Don't you see? These men can help bring you to Princess Helena.
Oh!
So he explained all that he wished from them, to which they readily agreed. The next morning, the three brothers set to work. The king had asked for various materials to be brought for them, from the finest of stone to the most strongest of metal. Edmund had already started building his tower, and in 3 days it was completed.
Isn't that marvelous?
Astounded at the tower, he called Edmund and went to find Kostya.
I saw your brother building a boat of a very peculiar shape.
Well, the boats he builds are unlike the ones we normally see. That's what makes them so special.
And truly, when they reached the dock, there was the boat that Kostya had finished building. It was definitely a peculiar shape, and one might have even laughed at it, but not the king. I said, not the king.
Sorry.
Your Highness, I've finished the boat.
Good. Come, let us get your third sibling.
They walked to the king's own workhouse and saw Demian wielding a very interesting-looking tool. It looked like a gun that could shoot out nets.
It's better to catch than hurt.
Whoa! He is a kind young man, isn't he?
Seems to be so. Now, Edmund, would you be able to see Princess Helena from your tower?
Ah, I've already seen her. When I was about to climb down, I scanned the eastern part of the world and saw the Princess Helena. She is very beautiful, but is guarded heavily from all around.
Well, that's going to be tough.
Her father is strict and won't allow people to easily enter his palace.
You had said 10 years to reach there. If it's my boat, then it should be just a week's time.
Well, that's one good news. And what about you, Damien?
I can easily protect us from any harm with my machine, Your Majesty.
Excellent. But the only problem is...
The guards! Your Majesty, remember I had told you I can charm almost anyone. I will surely get us into the palace with ease. So the next day they all sailed to the Eastern Kingdom. True to Kostya's word, they reached there in exactly a week's time.
We have to go to the palace. Oro! Oro!
Aw, you're such a cute little puppy.
Oral, save those charms for the Princess Helena.
Yes, Your Majesty. And with that, they walked to the palace, where Oral soon got to work.
The guards seem to be flattered, but I doubt they'll let us through. Oh, look! Oral's pointing over here. He's calling us.
Much astonished, the king and the other brothers walked through the palace gates quite normally.
This kid's amazing.
In this way, Oral charmed every guard or person they met. until the group was standing right in front of the throne.
How have you come here? Where are my guards?
Your Highness, we are traveling merchants who've heard of your mighty kingdom. And one knows that such a kingdom must only have the best ruler. Oral flattered the magician in every way possible, and dear me, how he blushed and smiled. Doesn't it make you embarrassed to watch, Your Highness?
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I was a bit distracted.
By what? Oh, the lovely Princess Helena is here. And her beauty hadn't been a rumor at all. She looked sharply at what was happening. Your Highness, would it be fine if we spoke to your daughter?
Huh? No. I mean,
I'm sure you're a very understanding and gentle man, right? The king gave way, and soon Oral tried charming the princess. He spoke so sweetly about her eyes and her beauty that even King Arcady blushed bright red. But Princess Helena seemed unmoved. Young man, I've had many men try to charm me, and thus your ways do not impress me. Oh dear, this shocked the brothers and the king terribly. I did not see that coming.
And now what do we do?
I don't know, sire. Look, why don't you just be honest with her?
Huh? Honest? Would that work?
Do you have any other great ideas?
Princess Helena, I'm King Arcady, and I've traveled all this way to court you into marriage. If you would be willing.
Honesty. That's something new. All right. I'll come with you to your kingdom. See? I told you it would work. But you must be able to catch me.
Oh, what does that mean?
You'll find out later. Baffled at this request, he bade farewell to the magician and showed the princess to his boat. She got on, and soon they were out of her kingdom. One day, out in the sea, the princess suddenly came up to King Arcady. The vast sea bores me, so I've decided to go back home.
Home? But how?
While they stared at her dumbfounded, she suddenly transformed into a swan.
Oh, no!
Everyone panicked, but Damian stayed calm. Took his gun and aimed steadily. He shot at it and out flew a net, trapping the white bird inside.
Huh? Why can't I see the swan?
Since she's transformed into a mouse.
I guess this is what she meant by catch her.
The moment it touched the boat, Damian ran after the mouse like a mad cat. The princess couldn't find any place to hide, so jumped off the boat. She is now a fish! Damian swam after her down to the deep ocean and finally grabbed the fish. He came up and the princess soon transformed into her normal self. You seem to have caught me.
Yes. Now will you stay with me?
Yes, I will come to your kingdom with you. If I like you, only then will I marry you. If not, I'll return to my kingdom.
Fair enough.
Wow, you'll really have to find a way to keep her now. And so, they sailed all the way back to King Arcady's kingdom. There, the princess soon fell deeply in love with him and married King Arcady. As for the brothers, well, They were handsomely rewarded by the king, but went back to farming, as they felt that all the gold they had in their humble fields was truly enough for them.